presentation of the National Football League.
With the eyes of the world watching, it's time for the biggest event of the year as we're proud to welcome you to the Super Bowl. Tonight, it's a battle for one team to join the greatest to ever play the game between the Buffalo Bills and the Philadelphia Eagles. Kate Scott, Brock Heward up here in the booth, everybody. Honored to bring you this Super Bowl. And might we see a little history here tonight, partner? One side on the verge of their first Lombardi trophy. But to win it, they've got to go through somebody who knows what it takes. They have been to the mountaintop before.
And we all know that narrative can be a blessing, but also a curse. They enter this game with a different type of momentum. A team without a title on the verge of finally achieving it. But with that momentum, sure comes the weight of pressure and expectations. What is that sideline feel? To bring it to you, and handling that pressure will be an enormous key.
A tradition started back in 1967 has now reached its diamond anniversary. And off we go in Super Bowl 60. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, I can only imagine what's running through his mind right now. What an arduous fight across the entire NFC postseason to get to this moment. But I think this is one of those moments that you just go back in that backyard as a kid and you close your eyes and you dreamed of when you were little, and you're living in it right now.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he starts us off with a 5-yard pickup. Second down coming up.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Hurts tucks it, starts running. Only able to get back to the line on that first down play, so no gain.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field, nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that, but let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Oftentimes, these early exchanges are just a feeling out process for rushers and blockers. But they can also set the tone for the battles the rest of the game. And that defender, you know, with an early win, he's feeling really good about himself.
Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. They're led out by one of the faces of this sport, Brock, a one-of-one quarterback who graduated from humble beginnings at Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
Well, here he is, Kate, in the role that I and so many other quarterbacks dreamed of being in during our careers, leading the AFC champions out on a Super Bowl Sunday. The journey? Well, it's only become more difficult every step along the way, from the regular season through each rung of the playoffs, and it's prepared him for the moment he's walking in right now.
Finds him over the middle. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
A gain of 15. First down, Buffalo.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down throw for Allen. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up. And it's taking chances like that help make them a postseason team, Brock. They're going to need to connect on at least a couple of those in this game.
Exactly. These are the types of plays we expect from every team in the postseason, right? Well-timed risks and an aggressive mindset that reflects, well, the stakes of each and every game.
This one found by a defender instead and knocked away. Back-to-back passes failing to connect, Brock. It's third down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Third and long for him here. He completes it in traffic. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of
a pickup of 17. Yeah, that's good for a Buffalo first.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Now Allen off the play action. That's incomplete left side. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Again, Allen to the air. Downfield, and Shakir has it. He's not going to get any further after that catch. Tackle made at the 29-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
The Bills first down.
And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
First tone of the game for James Cook. And he gets him around 6 there. Is Reed Blankenship making the stop.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And off to Cook here, out of his own read. Running in the red zone. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Buffalo.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
From the red zone now. Catch made. And he stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's first and goal. Fullback trying to power it across. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Bills Bucks have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or can they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Eagles, nothing.
Bass now to kick this away. Shipley now to return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Eagles about set to get going for their second drive. And Brock, they are not in the spot they want to be, but still plenty of game left. You don't want to let the setting cause an early overreaction and panic.
Yeah, you just can't overtry. And every bit of you wants to, every fiber of your being in this building right now, you want to perform, but you just can't overdo it. Get back in the rhythm and play your game.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Gonna go with Barkley on the counter. That's a Super Bowl caliber stop right there as they finish that play off behind the line. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. They'll bring the tight end in motion. To the air on 3rd and long. He's making a bid for it. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
And an Eagles first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He finds Brown right side. Not a lot available to him. It's to the 38. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look.
3 points are huge.
3 puntos, solo 3 puntos, muchachos.
Make that kick!
2nd down now, 7 to go. Hurts now from the gun. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. That's caught to the 24 before he stopped.
Gain of 15 yards.
The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Christian Benford up to make that stop.
Not the big play they were hoping for when you call a jet sweep, but at the very least, it got him some positive yards. Things could have easily gone backwards there.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Barkley trying this up the gut. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. They'll throw 3rd and long. It's a screen to Barkley. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Shotgun give now to Dillon. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. 3 yards on the gain. Now they just need 2 more on 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Short side option here. He's running left. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
Hurts now on 3rd and goal. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. But it looked like an eagle flew in and was first to the football. They're retaining possession.
A loss of 9 yards. It's 4th down and goal.
So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. This is going to be a 32-yarder from the left hash. Elliott connects there, and it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's a type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. LaVisca Chenault to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. Here comes the Bills offense for their 2nd drive of the game. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Couldn't find a completion on 1st down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23. Man in motion here. 2nd down. Here's Allen again. And again, it's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions. It made this 3rd down.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane. And he couldn't do it on that one.
Allen on third down. To the right, pulled in by Palmer. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and now it's second down.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
They kick the running back in motion. Here he goes, third and long. Oh, he missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's fourth down.
We know in this league you can't start every game with scoring drives, but I think that's a clear picture of why you don't keep this drive sustained. Got to execute on the most important down. And that's third down.
On fourth down now, on comes Brad Robbins to punt for the Bills. And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And it was a situation they prepared for, no doubt, Brock, but hoped that they wouldn't see. They're down early in the biggest game of the year.
Hey, listen, nobody said winning championships was easy. This is an early test of whether they've got the resiliency to win it all. And we know this. When that final second ticks off, most Super Bowl champions, they've been the most resilient players, too.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. I'll start this one out with Barkley. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Here's another carry for Barkley. Ran into a wall that time. Couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so third down now. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Past the line, he's going to run for it. Now he's hit. Hurts fumbles. And this is scooped up by the Bills. Won't manage anything after the recovery, so that is where they'll take over after the fumble.
There are so many fundamental details play the quarterback position, especially in the pocket. But you get loose, you make a nice little run, you get in the open field, you gotta have the fundamentals to tuck that ball away. QB doesn't, defender knocks it out. Huge turn of events.
Buffalo sending its offense to the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. First and 10. Here's Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up second down.
Quarterback of his renown, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They get 19 on that pickup. And the Bills have a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Allen now on first down. This one's quickly to Shakir. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Eagles' 13-yard line.
So Super Bowl 60, a quarter of the way done. It's an early lead for the Bills. More from Santa Clara coming up. Enough waiting, we're back, and it's time to resume play here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. They have it 2nd down, well inside of field goal range. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Allen on 3rd and short. This one's caught. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Cook trying this one up the gut. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone, and defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
3rd and goal for Allen. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. They're going to mark this as a 24-yarder. Bass's kick is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
Kate, I call that a win-win in the first half. You win on the scoreboard, obviously, by adding 3 and adding to your lead. But you also win mentally, making your opponent know if they make a mistake, you're going to capitalize.
3 points are huge. It's an easy 3.
He can make that in his sleep.
Oh, we need these points.
Bass now to kick this away.
To kick off for Buffalo.
Shipley now to return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They've got a man in motion. They go play fake with Hurts. Well, right side, caught by Smith. And he's out of bounds behind the line, so that's going to add a couple yards on to this 3rd down.
I got to be honest with you, Kate. That's an occasion where a drop would have been a whole lot better than a completion. Couldn't find the way back to the line, and it's a rare pass that actually loses yardage.
3rd down here, need 8 on the play. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And this one does not get close. He stopped after 3, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Braden Mann on the punt. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Now run by Cook. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Buffalo 1st.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Buffalo.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Sidney Brown in on that stop. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Another one for Cook. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
5 men now in the secondary for the Eagles on 3rd down. Now Allen going to the air. Pulled in by his back. Cook. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
4 yards.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Barkley off the pistol give. And the power play up the gut results in 2 yards.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Now send their tight end right. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. He'll air it out on 3rd. Making the call himself. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
And an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
On 1st down, Hurts. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? And it's going to be 2nd down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Dumped off to his running back. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. And they send a man in motion. It's Hurts once again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, he found the route he wanted pretty quickly, Brock, but maybe, I don't know, he telegraphed who he wanted a little too much because that defender sure got there just as the ball arrived to force it loose.
Yeah, this is one of those tough moments as an analyst, right? Because you're right, offensively didn't get the job done, but I'm going to give a gold star to the defense. Anytime you make contact and you disrupt that pass, that's a job well done defensively.
We get to about 9 on this one, and maybe a little momentum as well to consider going for it now on 4th down.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you could take a whole bunch of pride in, not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the 1st.
The Bills are going to go ahead and call their 1st time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half.
What a waste of time.
Quite the brave call they're making in this situation, Brock. They're going for it on 4th. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he will get the 1st as they touch him down.
4th and 1, why not turn it into a battle up front? You think you got the bigger, badder dudes on the line? Well, they just prove it. No thinking, just doing.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Again, Hurts keeping it. And this give not as fruitful. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Well, I don't expect that loss to keep them from utilizing the option at all moving forward, Brock, but I do expect it to keep them from leaning on it too heavily.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. It's too valuable a piece of their game plan. You want to make that defense defend it, but they did it a whole lot better that time.
Running back sent in motion. Hurts to throw. Defender's there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this third down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Third and long for him here. It's a screen to Barkley. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
A 38-yard attempt.
Elliott connects there, and it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Let's get this point. Un punto más, un punto más. Let's go, Shirley, job.
3 points are huge.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's Chenault on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. It's Allen out of the pistol. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. Allen on the play action. And he's brought down, and a penalty flag out on the play as well. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up.
Still 2nd down.
Their work doubly is difficult now after that holding call. It's 2nd and 20. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Allen setting up to throw. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So that brings up 4th and long.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Eagles were ready to set up shop on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well.
Get 3 points on the board! Come on, kick it!
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
10 at the 39-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Hurts tucks it, starts running. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
And an Eagles first down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
First and 10, he keeps it on the option. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Tackled on the play by Taylor Rapp.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defense linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Jack Thompson finishing that play off.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Got a man downfield, and Goddard has it. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here.
Right through the uprights. You can do it.
Un punto más, un punto más.
This is a gimme. He can make that in his sleep.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Right through the uprights. You can do it.
Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21. They run it with Saquon. He's going to work ahead for a couple here. It's 3rd down now.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. They'll throw 3rd and long. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now a 4th down, staring right at him. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that 1st down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
Elliott connects there. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
I can't look. Get to the uprights. You can do it.
Let's get this point.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Here's Chenault on the return. He dodged the tackle, and he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Bills set to take over offensively. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. This gets forward to around the 29. Like his dad before him, Jeremiah Trotter Jr. on the tackle.
29-yard line.
So when we come back, Brock, it's going to be 2nd and 8, so we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Super Bowl 60 and Santa Clara in just a moment. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They put a receiver in motion right. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Nothing doing there as the 2nd down pass falls incomplete. He was looking for Keon Coleman on that throw. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Got his man. Shakir has it. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
To throw again, it's Allen. Completed over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And the Bills have a 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make a catch.
And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Allen gonna throw again. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Quite the brave call they're making in this situation, Brock. They're going for it on 4th. Again, Allen to the air. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
First and 10 from the 32. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended target. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Finds Barkley underneath. And He will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first.
That's good.
They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays.
Tight end in motion right. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Couldn't connect with Dallas Goedert. And now they face 2nd down.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Hurts yet again. Has him on the quick hitter. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. And again, here's Hurts. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to go out of bounds before he's going to make anything of that effort, partner. Going to be a loss of it looks like about 1 on 1st down.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Hurts throwing again. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
New set of downs from the 37. On 1st down, Hurts. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
Okay, we've seen this running back pretty busy here early on in the passing game, and not just with checkdowns. You could tell this was going to be part of the game plan, and I don't think one incompletion here to him is going to deter that effort.
Jake Elliott's out to put up 3 for the Eagles. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And they fail to claim that lead. They're still down by a point.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
And this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Looking to throw. He lobs this up left sideline, looking for something big. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our 1st half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the 1st half. What will happen in the 2nd half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
All right, Scott, thanks so much. We are back, and this one's shaping up to be an exciting one. Very close game, Brock, as we start our 3rd quarter. Enough waiting. Let's crown a champion, shall we? The 2nd half of the Super Bowl is underway. Here's Chenault on the return. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner, and this gets out to the 30. Now here's the Bills offense. They've got it first to begin the 3rd. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
This is Cook. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cook. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
The Eagles into the nickel. 3rd down coming. Here he goes. 3rd and long. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 4th and long.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
He's got this at the 27. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
At the 41-yard line.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. They kick the running back in motion. Back to throw, Hurts. He's going to keep it this time. And Hurts gives himself up after getting that 1st down.
It's a gain of 8.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
1st down throwing for Hurts. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended target. So 2nd down coming up.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Hurts trying again on 2nd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Jahan Dotson, the intended receiver. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
He's trying to push the field. Brought in inside the 20. I'll pick up a 34 yards on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
And an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Zone read give here to Barkley. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's going to tuck it and run. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
As a quarterback, Kate, you got to hope that those crumbs don't just lead to the cookie in the passing game. A short scramble like that may open up a bigger one down the road.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Option play, they give it to Barkley. And he's going to be stopped well shy of that first down marker. Call it a yard. That means 4th down coming up.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
And that offense isn't budging. They're going for it. He's back to throw. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Cook. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Allen setting up play action. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of 3rd down.
I'm sorry, kid. I'm trying to remember a time that we saw a lead change on a safety. It's been a while, and that effort defensively nearly got it done so close to the goal line with that sack.
Defense nearing a stop. Need to hold once more here on 3rd down. Straight ahead, here's Cook. Well, not a chance at all as he is met at the line on this one. That's going to be 4th and very long.
Fair or unfair, I sit in a little bit of a judgment seat next to you up here, Cade, and I got to judge that one. That tells me that that coach trusts his defense more than he does his offense in that situation.
The Bills with a punt team out there. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Short drop, but he still gets away a very good punt. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. They liked how that drive was going, but the ending, the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. 1st and 10 now from the 46. Hurts to throw. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And he'll go down here. Covers up nicely after a gain of 7.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
2nd and 3 now. Gets it out wide, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
That's good for an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35. First down, run with Barkley. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Hurts now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Throw here, 3rd down. That's caught for the first. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
First down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal. They're going to run with Barkley. And all he can get is 1 yard, ran that right into the defensive front.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Now Hurts. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
This is a pivotal moment on the game's biggest stage, Brock. It's 3rd and goal. Quickly looking left, and it's complete. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take a 3rd quarter lead. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Set up for the 2-point conversion.
Hurts looking to throw. And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead.
You spend all week on 2-point plays, trying to get you your best options, but ultimately sometimes the execution of that pass, it doesn't work.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
Brandon Condrington to return it. Jukes away from 1. This makes it up to the 25. The Bills offense all set for their next drive. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. Escapes the defender. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
Looking to his fullback now. And they bring him to a halt right at that midfield stripe. Cooper DeJean with the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, they need 7. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Completed over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Buffalo 1st.
Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best curl and go, hook and go, out and up guys, Kate, they run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
Cook trying this one up the gut. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Jacoby Dean in on the tackle.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Another one for Cook. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Taken down by Jacoby Dean.
I love that call on 3rd down because it just gives you options. The best 3rd down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
On the ground, first run for Ray Davis. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
1st down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Now run by Cook. He dodged the tackle. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. Give him 13 on that play. And the Bills have a 1st down.
13 yards. 1st down, Buffalo.
Oh, that's such a good feeling as a quarterback on an RPO, and you get to hand it, and you get to watch him take off. You know if you take advantage in the RPO game of a run like that, it only makes the pass that much better.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
On the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 8-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. And they just get the play off. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. Hard to believe, but just 1 quarter left in our season. We're through 3 in Super Bowl 60. The Bills have the ball, but they need to erase that deficit to win their 1st title. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Drops back. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Big moment for Tyler Bass here. He connected once and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. Kicked well, and this is good! And they cut it down to within a field goal.
I bet you, Kate, if we were down there right in his mind as that ball sailed good through the uprights, his mind was already thinking about the next one. If this score holds and he gets another opportunity, well, the game could be on the line with that one.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Shipley now to return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Eagles about set to go on offense.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Receiver in motion. He's headed right. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Devontae Smith, the intended target. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
I got a sense, Kate. He went to bed last night dreaming, can I get a sack? Can I find a way to get to the quarterback? Well, he didn't do it just once. He's now done it twice.
The Eagles are in punt formation, and he's only a handful of yards from his own goal line. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Play action now with Allen. Keeps it off to Cook. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd and 3 now. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's more of the catch out left. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
First down, Bills.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
He has room past the 25. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
It's Allen out of the pistol. Finds his man. It's Keon Coleman. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take a fourth-quarter lead. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Pass on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills jump in front now by 5.
Bills 20, Eagles 15.
We need these points.
3 puntos, solo 3 puntos, muchachos.
It's an easy 3. Bring it home, baby.
Pass now to kick this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
28-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. And it's as we expected, partner. The call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that first down. So first down from the 41. Hurts. Finds him over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Barkley trying this up the gut. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. This one goes for 3 yards. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They've got first down here from the 36. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. Now, this is a part of why they find themselves trailing here in the fourth, Brock. Another tough carry for him as he's taken down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Hurts setting up to throw. He finds Dotson left side. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Well, bless his heart. Where some quarterbacks look off double coverage and check it down, this guy just attacks it head on. And why wouldn't he if he's capable of beating it for that kind of result?
Dillon, a first down carry. He's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Hurts gets it out wide, complete. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Hurts pass. Complete to number 6, Devontae Smith. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. They go play action. Here's Hurts. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
5-yard gain on the play.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment, made it the perfect time for the first down.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal. They look to run with Dillon. And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal. Hurts tucks it, starts running. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
Hurts now on 3rd and goal. And he's got it in close. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 4th quarter lead. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while, but that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied.
Close play here, so the officials want to take a second look at it.
previous play is under review.
Well, I certainly don't envy the officials here. A lot of times, Brock, it can be so tough to have the right angle to get a perfect spot on that football.
Yeah, how they do it, I just marvel at it. A bunch of years ago, I got to do and be an official, a side judge for a spring game.
How'd that go?
Not well, because things happen so fast, and I really do. I marvel at more often than not how good these officials are at spotting the ball.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Well, good thing they reviewed it, because after further examination, the call on the field has changed. Well, simply put, Brock, they absolutely need to have the conversion here on 4th down. They'll run, it's Dillon. And they stop him. No touchdown, no first down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone.
You know, Kate, it's almost like the defense was in the offensive huddle before the play. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run, and the reward is they get off the field.
Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Cook. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
That run right there, that kind of feels like your missed opportunity defensively. Got him backed up, and you played it well enough to contain the run, but you didn't play it well enough to damage the run.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Cook. He's going to be taken down right as he reaches that 20-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. This is Cook. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Throwing here, Allen. Holding by his back, Cook. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
1st down, Bills.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate, and we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Allen. Short pass brought in. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. Shakir sent in motion left. He'll throw it. He's going for it himself. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. On now comes their punter. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. And a well-placed kick here. Not quite on the goal line, but they're pinned deep at their own 10. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. He'll step up, and there he goes. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line.
He was brought down by Gregory Rousseau. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 18-yard line.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Eagles facing a 5-point deficit. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Now Hurts. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Here he is to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. He'll look to throw it. He keeps it and takes off. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Out of the gun, a gift to Shipley. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Trying to push deep downfield. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. To throw. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Pitch dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock, but it does force a 4th down. Now this goes for every player in every sport, Brock. Fatigue in the 4th quarter. So that can mean dropped interceptions just as much as it can mean a dropped catch, too.
And believe it or not, Kate, quarterbacks, they can get fatigued, too.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much physically as their buddies running around and hitting, but mentally. You just get tired there as a passer. You start to assume, and that's a dangerous place to play.
He finds him beyond the marker. And he gets out of bounds to save that final timeout. This picks up the first down, too.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Back to throw. That's complete. Here's Brown. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. 2nd and 3 now. Setting up to pass. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Looking to throw it. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Trying to find A.J. Brown. And that'll bring up 4th and 3.
In a 4th down.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
Desperation time here on 4th. He's got it to his running back. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It's a gain of 8.
And it's time to get out the tables, partner. In their 5th appearance, the Buffalo Bills have finally claimed their 1st Super Bowl title. You think of all the seasons this franchise has gone through, Brock, the great teams they had that came up just a little bit short, the rebuilds that ushered in new, hopeful eras, all of those have led to this moment when they were finally able to claim their 1st Super Bowl title.
And you know what's so amazing about this mountain?